Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Letta Hart take the stance? Letta Hart, you are the research student at the university.
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident, and don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked over, I saw two gents in a boat. There was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is the photo, accepted in advance. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. And the witness testifies she looked like the wake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat was the victim? Must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order! Order! I will have order.
Well, Judge?
The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubts about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant.
Objection. But wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet.
A cross-examination? I really don't like this guy. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words and they all read guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well, you have two. You may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder to ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have your head in contempt of court.
Nick? Contempt?
Contempt of court, you know?
I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there's a contradiction with the testimony facts?
I actually think there was. I think something's wrong. I think I noticed one little thing.
Well, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right, let's take him head on.
Yeah, I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examination this witness. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well. I pray for you to say this isn't a waste of time. Let's see. Let's see. I was at Christmas Eve just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. How could she see it when she was in a car? Hold it. Why were you camping there anyways? I'm a research student at my university.
I was taking pinches to use my research.
What research? It's all suspicious. We'll press further. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? Objection! Oh my god, I sound like this the entire fucking time! What does the witness motive and camping have to do with this case? If there's nothing, I object to the line of questioning. Questioning sustained. Wait, now, I'm the one who says that. Well, then I say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. Let's see. I heard this bang come from the lake. Hold it. That's something. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time?
Nope. I looked after I heard the noise.
She said that already. I asked you to find the contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Hold it. You saw... Wait, hold on. Could you clearly see the two men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Press further. Wait a second. I wasn't asking about the photo. I was asking if you saw the men. Yeah, well, of course.
God damn it! Stop objecting to everything, damn it! Jesus Christ, look at this man's nose! You could cut diamonds with that goddamn jawline and nose. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Give this man some goddamn grills on his fucking teeth. Jesus. Look at this man. Look at this dude.
The witnesses testified that she saw them. There was also a photo. You must look elsewhere to protect your contradiction.
He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. 5th and 6th. And then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot ran out? Well, yeah, sure.
You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! A contradiction, Mr. Wright. Nothing meaningless babble.
Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? It was nary a thing about the late, but the buddy. Hold it. Desk clam. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country girl can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake. It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Mr. Hart, you... God damn it! Shut up! Jesus Christ!
Mr. Wright, the witnesses answered the questions in full. No need for further question. Objection sustained.
That's what I'm...
Sustained! Yes, of course.
Oh, great.
Enough! I think we've all heard what we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting.
But, Your Honor.
You keep your promise.
Mr. Wright, I'm afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately.
Understood?
Nick! Lotta's testimony is fishy. Nick, real fishy. I know what you mean. But I can't say anything. What can I do?
I believe you can vote the to make it. Then pass your judgment. Mr. Mile Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that?
It was me.
Is something wrong? Do you need these facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire the pistol?
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst.
Answer me, Lotta.
What's the big idea? Treating me some kind of criminal. I saw him. I swear it. I saw Mr. Edgeworth.
Enough, Judge. Declare the defense in contempt of court.
No.
I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Wrong! You are wrong, my good sir!
Wrong.
What?
Did you not hear what Mr. Hart just said? She said clearly that she saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have the right to cross-examine her again.
Get fucked! Order!
Give this man some, malice lines right there. Right there.
You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Mr. Lockhart has made his new testimony. The defense does not have the right to cross-examine. Does have the right to cross-examine her again. But he's in contempt of court.
No, I am. If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me.
Very well. My FA. You will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya.
I gotcha, bitch.
Peh, I care not for melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witness.
I'm running out of time. Better find the contradiction here or else.
Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
The last statement. Last statement. I saw it clear today. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. I'm already gonna say, you could not see that. Got you. Got you, Mr. Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. The photo I took? The very same. There is something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Mrs. Hart. So, this picture was taken with professional, high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Desk Slam. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? I'm gonna miss Maya. Miss my girl.
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please.
Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself.
Mr. Hart?
What? Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course, I said I could, and I meant I could.
And please testify as to the assertions of your sighting.
I did it. I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
You're right. It was cold last night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I finished setting up my camera, I got back to my car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out in the lake, I looked at it with my binoculars. See, no problem. Third statement. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. This one better be good. Edgeworth the scene. Yeah, right. It was cold last night and the mist was thick as grits. So once I finished putting up my camera, I got back in my car. Still, I brought my binoculars with you. She was looking for stars. Hold it.
Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars? Huh? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of a meteor shower?
Camera is irrelevant in this case.
You can't say that for certain.
Mr. Wright, the camera's really... If you believe in it, you may continue this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with it, there will be consequences.
Yeah, well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further? I'm gonna press further. This is make or breaker time. The camera's utmost important, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I'll continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there.
Very well. Mr. Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear ya. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Wait, how could she take pictures of it? It was too foggy. Let me press that statement. Hold it. Mr. Hart, what made you choose that lake and photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on that lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, yes, I see. I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, Har.
Mr. Wright, I will not have you battering my witness because of her challenged intellect.
Now, wait a minute.
Continue in your testimony. You were saying how you saw Mr. Edgeworth. Grr. No unnecessary comments, please.
Go back. Hold on. Objection. You were photographing shooting stars. That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointing directly at the lake. You had to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Mrs. Hart. Oof. Oof. You can put an oof sound effect there. Bruh moment. Bruh moment. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to take photographs of shooting stars, Your Honor.
Well then, what exactly was she photographing?
Your Honor? Take a look at this. The article. Gourdy! I got it! Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph.
What's this, a newspaper article? Gourdy? Ah, the sighting of Gourd Lake.
Well, Miss Hart, I never heard no lake monster. You got proof of something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gourdy. I have proof. I have it.
Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please.
What is the proof that the witness was trying to take Gourdy, the lake monster? The proof, Mrs. Hart, is your own camera. Your camera was set to take photos in responses to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when the gun fired on the lake. And here the article about Gourdy. According to this article, Gourdy made a loud noise when it emerges. Well, you were trying to photograph Gourdy, weren't you? That's why you had the camera set to respond to loud noises. Get bitched, boy!
Order! I see. I too thought it was a little strange.
Yeah, sure. Well, Mrs. Hart? You were camping there to try to take a photo of Gourdy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to take a photo of Gourdy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than a witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But she so seductively said, so what? It changes nothing.
Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gourdy for some reason, and I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this.
Miss Hart, why did you hide the fact that you were searching for Gourdy from the court? Please provide your testimony.
Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change, it has to. And I'm going to spot it. Karma, you're very, very quiet. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight at the lake. There was much else to look, so I just watched the boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hand, and then I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Alright.
The witness testimony is unchanged there from before. Whether she's a researcher or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination.
Objection! I claim the defense is right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Boss Karma's up to something, and I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Where's the clear contradiction?
Very well, you begin the cross-examination. Seem sure of yourself that you might have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first.
Very funny.
You soon understand this is the last chance at a cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Is there no problem to testify this time? We will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at the time, Mr. Wright. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor. Alright, let's think. Lotta's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at the university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what the scoop it would be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked straight at the lake. Wait a minute. Okay, hold on. I want to press that second statement. Hold it. An investigative photographer. Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. Isn't that kind of business? Yeah, I was taking a picture of my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging from the sky. UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object, a UFO. And that's what I had sort of realization. I knew I should have become an investigative photographer. I see kind of a shaky bias for a career. Okay. There wasn't much else to look at. Dang, I looked straight at the lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I watched the boat the whole time. But weren't you supposed to be watching for Gourdy? Objection. Mr. Hart, you were really looking at the boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gourdy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any signs of Gourdy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Whoo, baby! Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch the boat. You needed them to search for Gourdy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now, y'all mention it. I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gourdy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? Sorry, y'all. I was fibbing, really. I thought, I could be a witness in a murder and all. And I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching the boat till now. This is a total uncalled for. But hey, you got the photograph. You got proof. Still, we can't see who's shooting through this. Right? That's why I took the photo in.
Witness? That's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole.
Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it, but you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged the photo. Why wouldn't Von Karma let us show it? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edward or worse. What should I do? I'm gonna make her show the enlargement. Mrs. Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged the photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? God damn it!
Because it does not exist.
What are y'all talking about? You were the ones who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
What does the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma?
Mrs. Hart. Miss Hart, I'm sorry. Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement.
The prosecution objects to submission of this evidence.
Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. We still cannot see who's firing in this. It could be a defense, or maybe not. Wait a minute. Isn't Edgeworth right-handed?
Happy now, Mr. Wright?
There has to be something. You asked for this enlargement, you got an enlargement.
A little good has done any of us. That's why I requested not to show it.
Doesn't mean that the cross-examination
is over, obviously.
And I would like to close of Miss Lottahart.
And none too soon. That was flagrant waste of my time.
Ms. Von Karma, do you have anything to add?
I stated everything I needed when this trial began. Decisive evidence. Decisive witness. What else could this possibly be required?
Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad. Real bad. I'm gonna inject the enlargement. Your Honor!
There is something detectably strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What is this photo by strange? Here goes nothing. Show the voters the showed up. It's his hand. Here, Your Honor. The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? The hand directly contradicts the other piece of evidence. The man's left hand does what? Let me show you. Also, the left hand contradicts. I'm gonna present the pistol. Here. The evidence is clear. The man in this photo is holding the pistol in his left hand. However, his prints on the murderer's weapon were from Edward's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Woo! Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene the court of law. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edward who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edward didn't, then who shot our victim? Precisely. We have seen there were no other people in the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? The victim himself. The only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order! Order! So you're saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I think I can think of an explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance of which he was shot. The distance? The victim was clearly shot with more than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet! There's no way it could have been a suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course, I'd already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun revealed the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend the proceedings for the trial for this day. The court orders the defense and the prosecutors to further investigate the matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. I fucking hate Von Karma. Woo, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there was on the lake anyways. He didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go and check on Maya. Oh, right? What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with the thanks, Edgeworth? God damn. I reconsidered the transcript of Lada's entire testimony. I thought it might give me an ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter. That's the only part of the testimony that stood when she heard the bang.